Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are an emerging nation, even though we've been around for over 5 years and we've been putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We're now expanding our economy. That'll benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We know that because we give it to them free every month. And anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, no obligation. Come along, register, and that's all there is to it. Lots of things that you can get involved in, but they're purely optional. You can just come along and enjoy the camaraderie. We're also a non-separatist organization. That means that we don't put you in a group based on your gender, what you look like, where you come from, how much money you've got or not got, education, whatever. We simply see everybody as a human being, and you're all part of this one big family of humanity. We're all linked together, although we're all individually unique. And that means that we all have something unique to offer our community. Therefore, are all of equal value to our community. We will have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. But before that, we'll have a very short prayer to help us find true happiness in life. Something that's really important, keeps you grounded, it keeps you stable no matter what's going on around you. Yes, you'll have peaks of happiness and joy when something goes well, and you'll have times where you're not so happy because things have happened that you're not happy with. But underneath it all, you'll have that ever new joy, knowing that everything that you do is for good, knowing that you have peace of mind, knowing that you wake up every morning thanking God for the new day, and you go to bed every night thanking God for a wonderful day that you've had. And so that's what our little prayer's about. And you can't buy that. You can only get it through loving service to others. And the more service you offer to the more people, the more you'll find that everything that you need in life will be attracted to you. You won't have to chase after it. Very difficult, for example, to chase after money. Some people do it very successfully, but they're very few and far between. And most of them are still missing something. They don't know what it is, and it is that true happiness. Okay, so that's what our little prayer's about and our little affirmation. So let me welcome you, whether you are watching live or whether you're watching the recording. We stream into YouTube and Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, and the recordings are available there straight away. And we know that a lot of our members watch the recordings because being global, 7 p.m. London time isn't convenient for everybody. So you can always grab the recordings. But for those of you that are here live, lovely if you can pop something in the comments, letting people know where you're from. And if you've got any questions, by all means, ask them. We'll do our best to answer them. Unfortunately, if you're watching the streaming in Facebook, we don't normally see the comments. But I have Facebook on another computer here on a laptop, and I see that Ramachandra is in from Watford in England. I think he'll probably be in on YouTube as well. But we'll get to that in a moment. Let's get started right away with that little prayer and affirmation. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, that they may find the joy of service, and through service, be blessed to attract everything they need in their life, along with true happiness. Amen. Our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, let's see who we've got in. We've got me. I'm here in Cornwall in England, and it's turned out to be a beautiful sunny afternoon, late evening, afternoon, whatever it may be. It's sunny, okay, and it's not raining. Now we have Peter here, and that could be one of several Peters, so it would be good if Peter can pop in the comments which Peter he is, but I think it's probably Peter from the Cameroon. Somebody's just disappeared from our display here. We got Lewis in. We know he's from Lisbon in Portugal. We've got Norman in from Doncaster in England, and we've got Richard in from Devon in England. And Maya has just joined us as well from Hampshire in England. And let's have a look at who we've got in that may be in from YouTube or wherever. Yeah, Ramachandra is in from Watford in England. Ron from Amsterdam in Holland. Radio Pirata from Puerto Rico. Sayanda from South Africa. Werner from South Africa. Rosina from Edinburgh in Scotland. Ina from Norway. Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. We have our other Bazina in from Slovenia. And that is about it at the moment. Let me give you the numbers. What's been happening in the last 24 hours numbers-wise? Not a great deal, but it's worth going through them. We have an increase of 2 in our 777 plan to 45,362 paid members in there. We have an increase of 13 in our registered members to 53,947. We have an increase of 22 in our active members to 3,970. An increase of 17 in the Sharehope Powerline Plan Pro membership to 767. That is like our pension plan. It's a one-time $130, or you can pay over 12 months. You can pay $12 a month for 12 months. And for that, we will build you an income. We don't guarantee a time for it, but it will be a significant income over a period of years. Okay, simple as that. Of course, if you're active and you are referring other people, not only will you make more money, but you'll make it a lot faster. Okay. So as I say, an increase of 17 in there to 767. An increase of 4 in our Easy Team Builder to 1,131. No change in Success Blueprint, staying at 34. And up 2 in the Easy Team, no, not in the Easy Team, what's it called? In the Best Plan Ever to 871. Okay. That brings us up to date with the numbers, and that's really as much as I know. I know we do have a couple of comments from the developers, but really I've been out of touch. Basically, I've had a day off today. The morning was spent trying to make Cody, that's my pal, my dog, Cody, trying to make him comfortable because he was struggling a little bit health-wise and breathing very heavily, and we had in fact made arrangements to have him euthanized because of his health condition. It's only lasted for a couple of days, fortunately. He's not been perfect for a long time, but it's only the last couple of days that he's really been struggling health-wise. So we're blessed that he didn't suffer too much. But he was suffering quite badly by the time he was euthanized. And it was a relief to see him just at peace. Of course, we were very sad for ourselves because we're missing his energy. The house now seems empty, even though Laura, my wife, is here and I'm here and can get, you know, and really, he never was doing an awful lot. He was either asleep on the settee or occasionally he'd come to me and say, "About time you played with me, Dad." So you know, I'd give him a bit of attention, or he'd go and get fed. But that energy is missing, and the house feels empty. And you know, I knew I loved him, but I didn't know how much I loved him until I didn't have him anymore. Or even before that, actually, when he really got ill. And I just wanted him to die, not because I didn't want him around, far from it, but because I wanted him to be at peace. So it's very, there's a song Joni Mitchell wrote, they Pay Paradise put out Parking Lot. And I think the chorus, something like, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. And then Pay Paradise put up a parking lot. But I think that's a fact in life, isn't it? We don't know what we've got until it's no longer there. And we should really be grateful for everything that we have in the current moment, in this moment in time. Be thankful for all the blessings that are in our life. Because when they're gone, you say, "Oh, I'm missing that." But were you ever really, truly grateful for it while it was around? And I think that is something that we can learn, and we can go from strength to strength with every day. But as I say, today, basically, I had the day off because after he was euthanized, then I had to bury him, and the soil here is full of rocks and bricks and batters, and it was a struggle. He was a big dog. We had to have a big hole, and then my wife and I decided we'd just go out and have a walk and take in the beauty of everything that is around us and be thankful that Cody is no longer suffering. Of course, we miss him. Of course we do. Are we sad that he's gone? Yeah, of course we are. We're devastated, but we're also happy knowing that he's not suffering, knowing that he had a good life with us while he was with us, and he brought us so much joy, and hopefully we were able to return that joy. Okay, so as I say, I'm not really very up to date with things, but I can tell you a couple of things that I've got messages from the developers about. Here we are, Vishal saying that the statement of account in your ShareHope Powerline plan for the Pro members will be completed tomorrow and pushed to the live server. So that's a blessing. It'll be nice for you to be able to see more precisely what has been going on. Now, I know that there was complications because of some of the data from the old website simply wasn't compatible with what we're doing now. So I'm not sure that those records will be very historical, but they will, going forward, give you a really good insight into how your business is growing. And it's not really a business, it's more like a pension plan, because you can get into it for $130, one-time payment. You can't get into a pension plan for that. Or you can, if you know $130 is a struggle, you can do $12 a month for 12 months. But if you miss a month, you lose your time, and you've got to start over, and you've got to do another 12. Got to be 12 consecutive months. But after that, you don't have to put anything in. And we will gradually, sometimes it'll move quite quickly, sometimes it'll be quite slowly, but we will gradually build you an income that will allow you to retire regardless of age. You know, nowadays, what is it? You pay into your retirement fund, or you've got a state pension scheme, and they won't let you retire till I don't know what the current age is. It used to be 60 back in the old days, because people didn't live much over 60 when I was around as a kid. Then it went to 65, and I think it's probably 70. It might even be more than 70 now. Who knows? But maybe you do. But it's based on your age, not how much money you've got in the plan. And with our ShareHope Powerline plan, once you've got enough money in there, you can say, okay, I decide now, it's my choice. I can retire whether you're 20 years old, 50 years old, 100 years old, or more, whatever. You have the choice to say, okay, that's it. I've got this money coming in every month, whether it's 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, whatever it is you need. You say, okay, I've got it. I'm out, and it will continue to grow. And I'm talking about being totally passive, people that come in and they just pay the money and they say, okay, that's it, I'm not doing anything. And that's fine. It's a bit parasitic, you know, but it's fine. It's the way of the world. But the people that do get in and do refer others, of course, get to that position where they can say, yeah, well, I've got a good income here. I'm retiring so much quicker. And of course, it will go on building so much more. So, so that's there. And that's what Vishal has been working on now. Next week, excuse me, next week, he'll be back on the TIR plan, which would have been launched by now had I not changed the structure. So I apologize to everybody for that, and especially Vishal, because he worked very hard to get it launched this month. Obviously, that's not going to happen. It's the 1st of August tomorrow. Now, hopefully we can get it launched before the 8th, which is giving us 7 working days at it. We'll have to wait and see. I can't promise that, but that is what Vishal has been working on, and will get back to the TIR plan. It is important, if you're not in the TIR plan, that you take this time, this advantage to get a time-stamped entry. It's $20. It's not $20 and then you have to pay more. It's $20. And with that $20, you'll get a position based on when you joined. Now, there will be a little bit of an exception to that. We've got some people coming in at the silver level, which is a little bit more expensive, and they're going to take preference over you, even if they joined after you. So there's people that are at the silver level will go in first. I'm not sure if we've got any gold members. I don't think so, but we may have an odd gold member. They, of course, will go in right at the top. They'll be the first people. And, you know, even the silver members, you know, if there's maybe 5 or 10 of them or whatever it may be, they will be positioned based on their timestamp. And then we'll have the bronze members going in, and they'll be positioned on their timestamp, and the bronze members are that $20. And we've got an awful lot of those. So it is important to get your timestamp in, because we're going to have a lot of people that are going to want to join without putting any money in. And that is fine as well. And those people are all going to go underneath the people that are in, those gold, silver, and bronze members that are in the plan now. They've booked their spot. They've made that choice. They've made that decision, and they've got their timestamp position. So that's going to boost all those people, but it's going to boost everybody. You know, we're going to get a lot of people that'll come in, don't want to do anything, don't want to spend anything. That's fine. We can use that to help everybody move forward. Of course, there are massive incentives for referring just one or two people, because that way you open up matching. Well, they're better than matching. They are, you know, double or quadruple your referrals income from the matrix, as well as, I mean, you get a referral payment as well. So very, very powerful. But you want to get that timestamp done as quickly as you can, if you want to be a part of the plan, that is, you know. So there you go. Devyani, I haven't got a report from her, I don't think. Oh, just a minute, I have. I worked on, she resolved the tickets that were there. There were quite a few tickets, took some time. Worked on the mal admin, and she's not finally logged off yet. So I'm not quite sure where she's up to with the mal admin. Once the mal admin is there, we can check the mal and then start loading products. There won't be many initially. We'll just get one or two in just to test things. And then gradually we'll be adding more and more and more products. And initially they'll all be digital, because that's the easiest. It's, you know, you pay money, you get your download, and it's there, it's done. But we will be adding more phases so that people can run auctions, can put in their own products, can promote their opportunity. You know, you'll be able to use it to recruit affiliates from within our community. They'll all be eligible, and you might have something that you want to promote. Let's say it's costs $100. Now you're going to have to pay commissions and things on that. So you're going to get less than your $100, but you could have tens of thousands of people promoting your offer. It's a good one, and if they can make a bit of money, there's a lot of people that'll do that for you. There are lots of things that we will be adding into them all, but initially, once we get that admin section up, we'll be able to check it, put a couple of test products in, very simple ones, and see how that goes. And then we've got some stuff that we need to load. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work now. It's a long time since we had that developed. But there is a privacy program that I had written, which helps you online. And I think that's even more important today than it was when I had it written, which is a couple of years ago, I suppose now. And that is important, to be able to block people off from a lot of the stuff that that normally would be accessed by everybody. And you know, so we have quite a number of things that we can put in there, but it'll take a while to get them all there. Okay. Let's see, what else have we got? Let me put my specs on. I think we've got some questions and things here. We had Brzina from Slovenia. We had Deborah saying amen. Peter from a little south of Lewis. Okay, so Peter from Silvi in Portugal. That's who this Peter is here. So not seen you for a while, Peter. Lovely to have you here. We've got Nankiepin from Nigeria. Bozina says your voice, Mr. Frame, today is more positive as yesterday. That's good. Yeah, yesterday I was a little bit down because I knew we were going to have Cody euthanized today, and making that decision is always difficult. We do it through love, but it's still difficult. And yes, if you may say anything you like. I always appreciate comments and I'm never offended. So whatever you want to say is fine. Radio Parata, we lost a friend, but always remember the great time we have with him. Yes, indeed. He's not lost really, because he's always in our hearts. Same as my previous 6 boxers. I've had 7 boxers, and they all have a place in here. You never replace a boxer. You never replace your dog. You may get a new one, but it doesn't replace anything. The others are still there with you. Okay. Cody's work in your life has reached its goal. Okay, thank you again, Bozina. Okay. We've got Obsy Shaw, Swift Legit, now Obsy Shaw, watching from Nigeria. Okay, I don't know what your real name is, but welcome anyway. A PDF version of your compensation plan might become available. Compensation plan for what, Ramachandra? We've got so many plans, I don't know which one you're talking about. But yeah, we can produce a PDF for any of them, and I suppose we ought to do it for all of them. But I don't know which one in particular you are talking about. If you're talking about the TIR plan, it is all, the text is all there on the pages explaining the plan. There should be the option to convert that into different languages, but I'm not sure it's there. I'll have to check on that. Let me make a note. I got other notes that I haven't done as well, but we'll get onto this. What am I doing? Translation. For TIR. Okay. That really, folks, is all I've got for you. Because, as I say, I really, I suppose I took the day off today. Not that I didn't do anything. I did manage to keep up to date with the sort of general routine of things, and I did dig a big hole, and there were a lot of big rocks in it. It's one of the, I've dug a lot of holes for dogs in the past. This certainly was the most work because the soil or the ground was full of big rocks and things. It was hard work. Anyway, mission accomplished. Okay, so thank you all for being here anyway. It is lovely to have that peace, that constant peace that is always with you. You will have your ups and you will have your downs, like I've got my downs today, and they'll be with me, and I walk around and there's something missing everywhere, you know. but you get used to it, and you get used to it in a way, but it never disappears. It's always within you. Okay, just a minute. We've got Deviana's just put her message in. She has completed the MAL admin side. It'll be uploaded to the server tomorrow for my review. Okay, I need some real products to upload to test. Where do I get them from? Okay, well, I'll get that sorted out with a we'll get that working. Okay, that's it, folks. I'll be here tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, Friday. Oh, Friday we've got an appointment with Shufti Pro as well. That has been confirmed. You know, something funny there, because they said, sorry, you know, we missed everything. We found all your emails were going into the spam folder, but they were answering the emails. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, we have a meeting with Shufti Pro tomorrow, so I'll be able to bring you up to date with what's been going on there. And God bless you all. We have amazing futures ahead of us, in materially, mentally, spiritually. And you may think that the material is the most important, but it's not. The spiritual, if you can get the spirituality correct, the mentality will follow. And with the spirituality and the mentality, the material side takes care of itself. God bless. I'll be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, streaming live in Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly, YouTube, and of course here in our link. Until then, God bless, take care, get out there, share your link, give people a reason to click on it. And I'll see you tomorrow.